Okay, and then this is what I got for highlight. It's by Caloray. Highlight Beach Gleamy Hybrid Feels Highlighter. Clean Wet Tech Highlighter Compact. And so what I was reading about it, it's a transparent base. It says no ashy cast on skin, so the clean luminous pigments are all that shows. And it has EcoCert Squalene, emollient glide, hydration, and natural antioxidants for sublime luminizing that stays. So it just sounds really nice. And then it says juicy cream or the ease of powder. Wet Tech slurry formula delivers a hybrid texture. So I'm curious how it's going to do over the powder that we set my face with. So much shine, level of light that transcends dry binder systems. I don't know what dry binder systems means. Upcycled, reusable, cruelty-free, clean formula. Love that. So let's try this out. And I got the shade Starlit Beach, which is a cool champagne shade. So this has like all kinds of like drawings and stuff inside the packaging. I'll have to check that out later. The compact is really pretty. It's like an ombre purple to orange. Very pretty. Make sure I don't have any bronzer on my finger. Oh, it definitely feels like a powder. Like it doesn't feel like a cream, so that's good because I wasn't sure how that would go over. Oh wow, that's really beautiful. Super pigmented. It's that one right there. This is the Morphe R36. Okay, so we're just gonna take a little bit of that, and oh my goodness, that's stunning. You guys, can you see that? That was so easy to apply. And it's like, it doesn't look like a stripe. It just is like, oh my goodness, that is stunning. So nothing over here. And can you guys see that? Wow, that's so beautiful. Wow, wow, wow. Very, very easy to use. I'm like literally barely touching my skin and it's just gliding on. That is incredible. Wow. I'm very impressed with that so far. You can tell like it's like it doesn't feel creamy, like it doesn't feel like a cream formula, but you can tell like that it's not just like a dry powder formula either. It's very interesting. Like I'm barely touching, you guys. Wow. Well, first impression, I'm obsessed with this and I really, really love it. So yeah, wow. Wow. Okay, so the reason that I like to do my highlight first and then my blush is because I like everything. I kind of like the blush to kind of blend everything together. So now we are going to go in with the new blush I got, which is from Lotus. It's the Make Me Blush Talc-Free Velvet Blush, and I got the shade Vintage Love. It says it's a silky, soft pressed powder formula that blends seamlessly into the skin, imparting a healthy, natural flush. Truly a non-powdery looking powder blush. It has nourishing shea butter, almond oil, and squalene. I think I'm saying that okay. Giving a fresh, hydrated finish that never looks powdery or cakey. So it sounds amazing. So let's try this out. And this is the packaging looks like. It's black and it's got rose gold writing, which is really pretty. Oh, that's beautiful color. It does have a mirror. This looks like it's going to be the perfect color for me. Oh yeah, that's really pretty. And that's what the powder looks like. Okay, so we're going to use the other side of this brush and we're just going to put a little bit of it on. I'm just going to start with just a little bit. I can always add more, but again, you can't. Did I just get bronzer on myself? No, okay, good. But you can't take it off. So let's just see how this, oh, that's beautiful. It's super light feeling, like it doesn't feel, it feels like it'll be just super easy to like blend. I love that it's like pigmented, but not like ridiculously pigmented. I'm not somebody who likes a ton of blush. I like just a touch of it, so I don't like it to be super pigmented and then I've got like, I look like a clown because I have too much blush on, you know? That's like very easy to work with and very pretty. So I am going to see if I can, that highlight is intense, you guys. So let's see if we can kind of blend everything together and see if we can make it look, because right now I can still see like the highlight is here and I want it to just kind of like, which that actually worked. So I don't know if you can see, but now it's like everything's just kind of like blending together, which is nice. Whereas this side you can still kind of see where the highlight is here. So usually I do this before I put my blush on, but I forgot to, so just do it now. And then I probably will add a little bit more blush. Yeah, see, that's better. That's a little more blended in. Okay, so let's just add a little bit more blush to kind of blend everything together, and I might even go back in with whatever's left on my bronzer side. This is a beautiful formula though. Yeah, I like that a lot. That's a really beautiful formula. Okay, so I'm just going to set everything. This is from Bella Beauty Bar. I believe she still has this, but it's the Matte Love Hyaluronic Acid Vitamin E Aloe Essence Makeup Setting Mist. Sorry, that's really loud. I am just going to go in and set everything. Normally this has a super fine spray mist, but it's like right at the bottom, so it's getting a little spitty because it's right at the bottom. But normally it has like just an amazing spray, like super fine spray. I actually really love her, she has a dewy version of the same thing too, which is amazing and what has always been like one of my favorite setting sprays. I don't actually currently have any of it, or I would show you. I need to get more. Okay, so I just cleaned the foundation off of my lips, and I'm just going to go in with a little bit of plumping lip gloss. This has been my favorite plumping lip gloss ever since I started with Transcend. In fact, it was the first product I ever got, and I fell in love with it. Unfortunately, it is not on the website anymore. So I will be in search for the perfect plumping lip gloss, but I kind of stocked up on it, so I do have a few bottles of this, so I'm sorry to tell you can't get it anymore, but it's the best stuff out there. I've tried so many, and this is my favorite. While that is doing its job, we are going to finish my eyes, and then we're going to do brows. Okay, so we are going to go in with that same shade Chiseled that we used for the transition shade as well as for contour. And I'm just going to take a little bit of that under my eyes. And then I'm going to blend it out, and I'm going to use the same darker shade Harvest that we used, and I'm just going to add that to just the outer corner, just to kind of add a little bit of dimension. Okay, so we're just going to take another detail kind of shader brush, and we're just going to go into Harvest. And I'm just going to go right up against my lash line with that one. And like I said, just the outer corner. You see how that just kind of like added some dimension? just kind of blending it in with whatever's left on my brush. I'm just kind of blending it. And then I'm going to take my blending brush again, my fluffy. And then not putting any more product on this brush, but this was the first color we did, chiseled. And I'm just kind of like marrying the two together. Okay, that looks good. So now I'm going to grab that same shadow stick, and I'm just going to highlight. I'm just going to highlight here on the inner corner, and then down just a little bit under my eye as well. Just like that. And I'm going to see if I can use my finger to blend that out. Let's see. Yeah, that worked. Let's do it over here and see if it works over here too, or if this side of my face is just going to not like me today. I don't know if I'm just like one of those weird people, but I find using my fingers harder. Like when I'm trying to blend out my makeup, there's some people who just love to do a lot of their makeup with their fingers, but I'm just not one of those people. Okay, that blended out good on that side. And then I'm also just gonna pop a little bit of it on my brow bone. Just right there. Okay, and do the same thing on this side. Get out the way, crazy brow hairs. So I guess my biggest thing with this is that it's not super consistent. Like, it's not super creamy. And then sometimes you can blend it out easily and other times you have to work at it more. So I wouldn't say it's the easiest formula to work with. But I do really like the concealer. And so far, I mean, my skin is looking like, all my makeup and my skin is looking pretty good with that primer underneath as well. Like I said, the only thing I don't love is that I feel like I notice my lines in my forehead a little bit more than I typically would. So now I'm just going to take the brush that I had used for the transition shade, and I'm just going to, I'm not going to put any more product on it, but I'm just going to kind of make sure that there's no lines there between the transition shade and my brow bone highlight. Just kind of like helps to blend everything. I actually might put just a little bit more on my brush and just super lightly, because I don't want to pack a bunch of product on. Yeah, there we go. Just wanted, I felt like I needed a little bit more. And then I'm just going to take my fluffy brush and we're going to blend it. There, that looks good. Okay, so now we're going to do my brows, and I am going to try first by going in with the shade Sculpted here. I'm going to try the cream side first, but we will see how that goes. There actually is not a dark enough brow shade on here for my brows in the powder formula. There's actually not a dark enough one, so hopefully the cream will work. If not, then I'll have to just use the regular powder that I usually use, but let's try it out. I think it's still going to be a little bit warm for my brows, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah, it's definitely warm. I think that might be okay. It's a little warmer than I like, but my eyebrows are almost black, so I really need like a, I almost just went in the wrong shade. I really need a like dark, very dark, like cooler tone brown to match my like coloring the best. But that looks pretty good. I'm just going to kind of blend it. And then get the shape of my brows back. It is a very nice cream formula and it is pigmented. So if it can cover like my bald spots and my eyebrows, then we'll see. Kind of patchy, I'm not loving it for my brows. Okay, I think that's as good as we're gonna get. So then, let's see how this does with the front. Okay. It actually does amazing with the front. As far as like looking like actual brow hairs, I went a little crazy with that first one. But I will say it does actually really good with the does really good with the front. It does make me wish that I had the perfect color in here, but I will say it definitely like it mimics the brow hairs like really nicely in that front.